my God, y'all. 2 of y'all are waiting in here? Look, I am trying to set this up, and Lee just tried to help me, and well, we all know how that goes. I have to find me on my phone so I can chat with you guys, because, you know, I'm still stuck in the 80s or the 90s or whatever you call it. I don't know. Okay. There we go. How's everybody doing? Oh gosh, I need to turn the sound down. Oh goodness, okay. Skip ads. There we go. I can see now, maybe. Hopefully I came without my glasses on. I feel like a grandmother now because I just licked my finger and I'm cleaning the screen. Well, wait, I am a grandma, so I guess that makes sense. I don't know what would be out. Not quite sure what Lee does up here during the day, y'all. Not quite sure. But hey, how is everybody today? And here we go. Another whole week. It's been a whole week. Whole week. And hi, Teresa. A lot's happened in a week. I'm preparing for a baby shower on Sunday. My daughter is 30, and she's just having her first, and what she says is her only, so thank you. I'm going to figure out how to turn this fan off before I freeze to death.
Which one? Turn
This one?
off?
Yeah. Lee's in the room. Lee's in the room, so we can't talk yet. We can't talk about him yet.
Bye.
He shut the door. Bye. He shut the door abruptly. Oh. He's so funny. He don't even watch these. I don't know why. But he's gone now. So, how is everybody today? I don't know why my chat's not showing up on the screen. I don't know how that works. Let's see. Live chat, all messages are visible. There we go. They're there. All I did was touch the screen. So lots happened this week. What has happened this week? So we're preparing for the baby shower. I've had Lee out all day doing baby shower stuff all day. I think we left around noon or 12:30, and we just got back like a half an hour ago. So he's been out. He's probably baby boy to death. And I bought some flowers to plant, and I know it's too soon. They shouldn't have them in the stores if it's too soon, I feel. But I started a new medicine journey today, which is I got odd feelings about it, but the side effect is weight loss. So we're gonna see. Oh, hi, Ann. Good morning. What is it? I don't know what this is. It just says show or hide, and I'm gonna show. I don't know why it says Salma. I don't know why it says show or hide on your thing. I hit show and I couldn't see it. So Sherry's ready for some questions. Are you guys ready to get some answers? Yeah. So what was I saying? So that happened, and yeah, we've been baby shower shopping all day. Just odds and ends stuff. And hi, Corey. Ooh, I remembered. I totally remembered. How about that? I met my twin flame 2 years ago, and then nothing. Uh-oh, I can't see. And then nothing. You know what? If I move this closer, oh, I kind of messed that up. Guys, there's so much stuff on this table. I don't know how he does it. Oh, the clutter. I'm going to have to get up here and mess with the clutter because he's... Oh, man. About to get myself in trouble. Not there. I need to see you. Okay. Okay. Oh, wasn't done typing. That helps. That helps. Oh gosh. You know what? I can't. It bothers me when the news comes across my phone. Here we go. I think I got a good spot to where I can see your messages. And there was another school shooting this afternoon or morning, and children, and it hurts my soul to the core. And I don't know. I mean, I know it's not different if you're mass shooting adults or children. It's not any different. But for some reason, the children hit harder, and it just breaks my soul. When Sandy Hook happened, I was not right, like, for a long time, and it's just sad. It's just all sad. Anyway, Julie said she wasn't done typing, so I'm gonna wait for the rest. Is that right? I met my twin flame 2 years ago, and then nothing. Finish that. I'm gonna need you to finish that. Yeah. And Lee has a session at 8, so I'm gonna be moving right along to 8, and then in the meantime, I'm going to send this link to a friend of mine who would like to see it. I just don't know how to do that. Oh man. Oh man. Let's see. What is this? Oh man. Anyway, there's 18 of you in here. Let's start chatting. What do you want to talk about? Hi, Kelsey. It's my daughter's name. She's getting ready to have her baby shower on Sunday. She's 30. This is her first child, and our 9th grandchild coming. 9 grandkids. 9. Excited, to say the least. And this one is a baby boy. Super excited about that. Why is the chat going away, y'all? I really need to see this. And the chat keeps going away, and I don't understand why. Sherry, can you tell more about Connect Me to Me? Yes, I can, actually. Okay, there we go. I think I got it worked out. I don't know, but I need to send this to my friend. Yes. Connect Me to Me. That's a Lee, but Sherry's also available to be with Lee during the Connect Me to Me. That guides you into yourself, and explaining that is going to be easy for me because I had completely lost myself in so many different things. Lee and I were driving today, and we had a little conversation about if we could go back at any point in time of our lives, knowing what we know now, and we had to go back to one point in time of our lives, one specific time, right? Like, where would we go, and why? I don't know where my live chat's at. Where would we go and why? And what would we do different? I thought that was an interesting topic. There we go. And there was certain places that I would go back to and change things. And but then he said, if those circumstances wouldn't have happened, maybe we would never have met or crossed each other's paths. You know what I mean? So anyway, Connect Me to Me really makes you go deep all the way deep, and it pulls out your childhood trauma and your wounds, and you look at them, and it's a rough ride, and it's very emotional, and I'm a firm believer that the answers to everything are in here. The answers to everything um, is in you, and to be able to understand that and see that, you really got to go in and pull a lot of stuff out that's taking up room. And once you've cleared your house, and we use this analogy we have for years, we go in every room in your house and we sweep and dust and polish and wipe things clean to the point where it's so uncluttered inside of you that there's so much more room for love and understanding and compassion and trust and belief. There's so much. So that's basically what Connect Me to Me is. It really is a journey inside yourself, and really goes in and works the inside of you out. Hope that helped. Let's see what we got here. All right. Thank you, Glamosaurus. Hi, Mama T. Julie, I've just been waiting for something to happen. I'm quite young, 22, and I'm not sure how to approach this connection. Do I wait? Do I try to make something happen, or I just move on with my life? You know, yeah, you're right. You're young, and I would definitely don't try to make something happen. I did that and it backfired, and it backfired hard. I tried to make it happen. If you've watched any of our journey, I've tried to make it happen a couple times, and it was unnatural, and it was wrong, and it really, really, really set us back a very long time. So I'm curious if you've met someone who you feel like you're connected to, or are you just very interested and very curious about the connection, because if it's, I believe I see somebody say, if Julie, if it's meant to be, you will reconnect, and maybe I missed some of that question. Just been waiting for. I'm quite young, and I'm not sure how to approach this connection. Do I wait? Oh, that's right. There was a beginning of it. Met my twin flame 2 years ago, and then nothing. So yeah, if it's meant to be, you will cross paths numerous times, and numerous times. I really, really, really suggest just living your life and being in the moment, and don't ever try to make something happen. And if any of you are trying to make something happen, contact me, please, because I did it a million times, and it really set me back. It really set me. How important is it to be in my feminine energy if your twin is a masculine? I know things say that we need to balance them. I'm trying to figure out how to get more into my feminine energy and stay there. Girl, look, I have a big problem with my feminine energy. I actually, because of my sexual abuse, I carry a lot of masculine energy, and I like to be in control of things, and I like to run things, and I'm not at all submissive, and I don't think that that's a good thing, because I don't want to be completely submissive. I'm not, you know what I mean. But I want to be able to be balanced, and sometimes it's really hard because I stay in my masculine energy a lot, and there are times when I really try to get into my feminine energy, and a lot lately in the past maybe 6 months or a year. Actually, when I got sick, I really learned to kind of stay in that feminine because I needed him. And I was very vulnerable. And when I got better, I just jumped right back into my masculine energy, and I really want to balance that out. And I'm working on it. But the balance is pretty important, because if it's imbalanced, you know what I mean, you've got one trying to run things and one trying to follow, or it you know, it's rough. It's really rough. And I suggest you really try to work on that feminine. And I'm going to help you with that. Will this prevent union and merging of souls? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. What it's going to, if you balance that out before you get into union, what it's going to do is it's going to avoid a whole lot of conflict when you're trying to do anything, right? Go where, eat what, even as much as, you know, decorating a place that you both end up in. You know, Lee wants pictures of his car on the wall. I want pictures of the grandkids on the wall. I mean, I'm using that as an example, but it's it's the same. Trying to find that balance in your feminine energy. What I'm trying to do to be able to balance that out is I'm using math and fractions. Is, you know, I really want to be in my energy, in my feminine energy, 80% of the time. And then there's that 20% that I'll need that masculine energy for. So I'm really trying to predominantly be in my feminine energy. No, I don't think I don't feel it'll prevent union at all. No waiting, that is not to say give up, just live. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I had a week of spiritual awakening, then met him. Hi, Grande, thank you. I'm Sherry. The Sherry part of Lee and Sherry. Oh, Michelle. Who's talking about you today? I don't remember what, but I made a joke and I thought of you, and I don't know why. As you work on you and moving forward, things will just happen and you'll be surprised. Sometimes you just can't even guess the things that can develop and show up. Boy, ain't that the truth. Ain't that the truth? I find that Lee communicates better with me when I'm in my feminine energy. Because when I'm in my masculine energy, I wanna be right, and I wanna argue with him, or combat him in some way. You know what I mean? I wanna be like, nope, that's not the way you do it. But as a matter of fact, last night or yesterday, Lee got this hyper dip stuff for his wheels on his car, and it's this stuff that you can paint on the wheels. It's kind of like spray paint, but you can peel it off. And I did the passenger side 2 wheels, and he did the driver's side 2 wheels. Look, y'all. My tires are perfect. He's got runs and a mess all over his. A mess. We're gonna have to peel it off, and I'm gonna have to redo it. It's just how it is. Speaking of masculine energy, my dad thinks I'm his son. Your dad's got dementia, for sure. I mean, you know that. You told me that, right? So yeah, look, when I was sick, I didn't recognize Lee. I didn't recognize my son. I didn't recognize anybody. I mean, I was super sick. The ammonia was going to my brain, and there were times I looked at Lee and I'm like, who are you? My twin, even. Yeah. But bless her heart. I watched this little man on TikTok, and he has early stages. Well, he's middle stages of dementia, and his sons keep him. It's called the Salinger Farm, and his sons keep him back and forth. And this, God bless this heart. Oh, I just love him to death. His name is Ed, and he's so funny. And every day he asks for his car keys. It's so cute. He's precious. of course, I'm live, and Brandon from Bumpin' Uglies wants to go live, and I love that band. So, anyway, hi Rosie. Um, yeah, I think you're right there, Corey, because I think she's probably showing up in masculine energy to her dad, but her dad, I believe her mom and dad are both sick. Um, I see you still, thank God. I still see you. Oh, look, um, I had a friend, I'm in a local transplant group here in Cincinnati for the hospital that we got transplants in, and it's just people who have been transplanted there, and one particular person had not had a transplant yet, but she was still part of our community, and I just saw her at the Christmas gathering for the transplant community, and she was so yellow, and I could tell that she wasn't feeling well, but man, she was pushing through, and it was just awesome to see her. And there were some things holding her up from being on the transplant list, but she got her surgery. I think it must have been Friday, maybe. I'm not, but a few days ago, she got her liver, and she's doing great in the hospital, and she should be home very soon. I was in the hospital 5 days after my transplant. I was not staying. I was coming home. I did not care. I came home with drain bags still on my stomach, and Lee helped me change them and take them off. And oh, yeah, he did. And I just told the people at the hospital, I just need to go home. I can recover at home. It's horrible. Felt like I was in jail. But I had a whole liver transplant, so they wouldn't let me go that easy. But they did. They let me go home after 5 days because I was up. I was walking the halls. I was trying to run the halls, but that wasn't where they cut me in half. My scar goes all the way across. It's crazy. But I'm so happy that she got hers. I like seeing other miracles happen too. And I got to tell you, since my transplant, gratitude is big. Thankfulness is just big with me. And every time I see a sign that says, I'm grateful or I'm blessed or um, any thankful, anything like that, I'm buying it. I put it in my house because I'm forever grateful for this second chance. And even with the complications that I've been having over my transplant, I still feel way better than I did before my transplant. Way better. And there's some minor things happening, and we'll get through them. And they're we'll get through them. And I don't necessarily feel like a miracle, but I know that a miracle happened. Does that make sense? Um, and it forever changed my life, and now you can't give back that much. Does that make sense? Like, you can't, someone lost their life so that I'm still here. Someone lost their life, like family lost a loved one. That stays with me. And it's beautiful to know that someone was so selfless that they just said yes to organ donation. And if they wouldn't have, I may not be here because I was real close to crossing the bridge. But I'm thankful and I'm grateful, and I think you're a miracle. Oh, I'm glad you did too, Tanya. Define spirit. Yes, I suppose I've always been tomboyish. But here lately, he wants my input on everything from gardening to wood projects, car maintenance. Oh, it's so precious, Mama T. It's so precious. You know what? I advise you to go on TikTok. I think they're on Instagram too, but I actually think it's a TikTok thing if you have TikTok. Look up the Salingers, because maybe you can learn a little bit or see a little bit about how he's dealing with his parent. And yeah, it's a pretty informative little TikTok. Very good, Corey. Hole in my lip. So yeah, I thank you for saying that, Michelle, but um, I went through a whole lot of um, survivor's guilt and knowing that somebody else's organ is in my body functioning and mine couldn't. So I kind of felt a little bit of failure there for a while. And I've released that now. But sometimes the survivor's guilt gets me, only because I know that my donor was really young. So that kind of took me back. But I'm here and I'm grateful to be here. Hi, happy Monday. I don't know why it says this message is held for review. It doesn't make any sense. And my chat gets away from me on here. Let's see, live chat. I don't know where it goes. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. But anyway, more questions. Let's go. Who's got a question? There's 36 people in here, so I know somebody has a question. I know it. I do. I'm trying to figure out what happened here. What kind of mess is going on back here? Y'all, I cannot trust Lee in this workspace. He's got a mess back here. I don't know. I have trouble being submissive and I try to make things happen. Yeah, trying to make things happen, not a good idea. For those of you who... Wait, ours? Do I have a session with you? Did we miss... Did I miss our meeting? Gotta tell me. Yeah. So let's talk about making things happen. So I don't know who of you, is that right? How many of you, yeah, let's get on that, Rosie. What are we doing? Oh yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, let's get on that. Let's see. Let's talk about making things happen for just a couple seconds. For those of you who've seen our journey, you'll know that I tried to make it happen a couple times, right? And all it did was put us in separation multiple times. Who are you today? I don't know. I'm either Sherry Patterson, or I'm Sherry, or I'm Canna Granny, or Twin Flames, Lee and Sherry. I've got a bunch of titles. But I don't think you were talking to me. I don't know. I'm just making jokes. Sherry, you ever heard of Dolores Cannon? She talks about volunteer souls, and I was wondering if you think the whole Twin Flame is connected to this. I have not heard of her. I don't know anything about volunteer souls. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna look into it now because I'm curious. I was taught to be submissive, but I bucked it quite often. Yeah. I'm almost positive that because of my sexual abuse, it kept me from being in my feminine energy, because that subconsciously knowing that it's the feminine energy that brought him to do that. I didn't want to be in that, and I did everything I can to block it. So I stayed predominantly in my masculine energy. I put on weight, all those things in order to divert, but it just didn't work. So Salma, I keep flip-flopping between faith. We'll be in union in every level and having to go through grieving him ever come back. What? I keep flip-flopping between faith. Will be in union in every level and having to go through grieving him ever coming back. That's a big flip. That's a big flip-flop right there. I went through the same flip-flopping. Actually, I went through the same flip-flopping. Um, um, the best thing I can tell you, Salma, is you got to hold on to that faith, and you got to let go of the grief. Those are the grief is a blocking mechanism. Yeah, I know Lee joked about being an alien at times. He still is sometimes. He says things and I'm like, what? What did you just say? What? Yeah, like, huh? And then after I ponder on it like 4 or 5 times, I'm like, oh, really? Yeah. I either believe it or I don't. I don't know. It's not my belief system. Yeah. And Lee, he, bless his heart. I almost bought a garden flag that says bless your heart. Today I did. But man, sometimes he talks alien and it's like, you know what? If you can talk human to me, that'd be great. Right? And then after I get the human version, I can translate it into his alien talk, and I get it and I understand better. But sometimes, don't be afraid to be like, Lee, you're talking alien. Help me out here. Don't be afraid to do that, because he'll get you caught up. He really will. I know there are times that I want to run, but I stop myself when I become aware of it. How do I let go and trust him and the connection? I get it. I totally get it, right? And it's the part of letting go and trusting is so hard for me, especially because I have a photogenic memory. And when something is said or something is done that I feel wronged by, I necessarily will hold on to it, but I keep it. So I guess it's the same thing. And I'm real leery of it happening again. Sometimes, all the time, not even sometimes, all the time, you just have to jump off the cliff. Sometimes you just have to trust that the water's deep enough. I gotta stop saying sometimes, all the time. You've got to trust that the water's deep enough. You've got to, it's almost like standing on a bungee cord deck and waiting to jump. How do you trust that the rope isn't going to break? How do you trust, or the rubber bands or whatever they are, how do you trust that it's not going to break? You just got to jump. And all that fear goes away when you do. There's fear involved in that. And you just got to jump. It's that easy. You just got to jump. Stop thinking. That's important. Stop thinking and feel and know that the water's deep enough, or that the rubber band is it holds. Just jump. What can someone do to move forward and work on themselves instead of waiting? I really feel if you're waiting, that's kind of an issue. When me and Lee had our last separation, we both started seeing other people. I definitely encourage dating. I definitely encourage taking care of yourself, getting yourself together. finding a root camp, finding a retreat, finding a coach that'll put you through, connect me to me, anything that you can do to work on yourself. And that is even physically. I really take pride in taking care of myself. My hair, my nails, and my lashes, and all this fun stuff, right? It's material, it's vanity. But I feel better, and I feel good. And I take these long baths, and I really enjoy them, and I got all this cool bath stuff. And and just taking care of me takes up a lot of time, right? Um, so I suggest living instead of using the word waiting. I want to encourage you to live. Waiting, living, right? There's movement here. There's no movement here, right? If you want movement, you've got to stop waiting and live. You were going to email me with some info from class. Did I not? Did I type that all out and not send it? I'm going to go look. I'm going to go look. Not now, but I'm going to go look. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a note right here. I'm going to go look. Email for Rosie right there. Yeah. It's happening. Yeah, your messages are showing. Oh, then she said never. I love Dolores Cannon. I'll look her up. I'm going to look her up. Oh, hi, Mandy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love my blue hair. Thinking about putting black streaks in it, but I don't know. I meant, are you the same as 20 years ago? Have you found yourself? Do you love yourself? For sure. For sure. No, 20 years ago, I didn't. 20 years ago, what was I doing? And 2003, I was in prison. I think so. Yeah, I was. One of the worst times of my life. Absolutely. I did not love myself back then. I had no self-love back then. No. And here I am, loving myself. And, yeah, I love it. I love it. I have to stay with what is real. And that is the truth. I'm going to admit something. I was molested at age 6 through 12. I was confronted the abuser when I was 23 and dealt with the fallout. I felt better about myself no matter what others thought or said. Yeah, Lee and I was just talking about that today. And I've often thought about what I would do or what I would say if I saw him again. He lives in Portugal now. And I want to take his life because he took mine. You know, he took my virginity. He took a lot away from me. So it's probably not a good idea that I go to Portugal. Because Lee was like, well, wouldn't you just put him in prison? Wouldn't you rather see him suffer in prison? No, I wouldn't. And, I do feel, I feel a lot better since I can talk about it and I can help others heal with it. Yeah, so I'm glad you did that. I'm glad you did that. I never had the opportunity to confront. I mean, I did. I confronted him with my whole family there. And, before he left for Portugal. But, I'm glad you did that. That had to be freeing. I know it was for me. It's a big deal. It's a big deal to come out because, you know, they probably won't believe you anyway. Isn't that the stigma? Yeah. And there's still some out there who doesn't believe it happened. But it did. And it is what it is. Yes, bless Lee's heart. With love, I say this. Yes, bless his heart. I meant. No, I didn't think it was your dad. Mandy says, I love my twin flame. I wish My twin flame, nothing but the best wishes and eternal happiness with whoever he chooses. I don't tell him I love him. I mean, you should tell him you love him. That could mean so many things, right? You don't have to tell him you're in love with him, but you can sure tell him you love him. Um, Even if it's telepathically, you know what I mean? That communication there when you're in separation, that communication there telepathically is pretty strong. It's pretty strong if you master that and you know what you're doing. It's really strong. And he might tell you he loves you back. I hope I answered you, Grande. 7777. My friend Ara has a question. She wants to know why they chose 5D communication. Why they choose 5D communication instead of 3D communication. Girl, I wish I knew. You know, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. But I'm telling you, trying to communicate with Lee on a daily basis is definitely hard. He doesn't communicate very well. And I want to talk. But when I can hear him telepathically, there's so much more communication there. And now, I mean, we obviously live in the same house, so I can feel his energy. So I, sometimes I'll go into another room and just be like, hey, are you okay? Telepathically. And then I'll feel that he's not. And then go find out what's going on. That is my brain as well. I can literally see, feel, and hear everything replaying. I'm like, no, I don't want this memory. Yeah, sometimes the memories are coming to you for a reason, though. I find that when I have a bad memory that comes up, I try to find the good in it. And most always there is some type of good in it. You know, even from my sexual abuse. Now I'm able to talk about it. Now I'm able to help others get through all the mess that comes with it. All the mess. And I've been there, so I can help others who have been through it. Just keep swimming. Bandy, ain't that the truth? Just keep swimming. Yeah, I believe I answered the question. I believe. Yeah, I did answer that. Hi, Anika. Jordan, hey, did you guys meet your twin in a unique way, or was it normal? Thank you. No, Lee and I met on Match.com. Yeah, it was really strange. He was married. I was not. He was on Match.com. I found out all the lies later. But when I come across it, I was like, oh, well, he's pretty cute. I was really only after one thing at that time. But here we are. Here we are. You're welcome, Rosie. And that it's in my notes. So at 8:03, when my phone goes off, I know what it is. Your story of feeling Lee with you when you were in prison. God bless y'all. Yeah, it was quite magical. It was quite magical. A lot. And I teleported there. I'm not even gonna lie. I did. I mean, there were times when I went to sleep on my bunk and I was walking around our house pissed because the laundry wasn't done. I smelled cigarette smoke in the house. Who was smoking in the house? So I called him on it. You know, when we talked the next day, I'm like, well, I came there last night and I don't know why the laundry's all over the place, but, and I don't know who's smoking in the house. And he was like, what? My stepdad too, Salma. That's okay, Grande. I'm glad you're here. Healing from all that is like Phoenix dying and rising. Gosh, ain't that There's a lot of healing. And that's what Connect Me to Me does, by the way. That's what Connect Me to Me does. And I can do privately, just you and I, Connect Me to Me. You and I, and we can deal and talk about your sexual abuse, and we can sexually abuse it. What we can make it sexually abuse related, so we can really pull a lot of those I don't know what happened just now, a lot of those things out of you. If you've been sexually abused, I can put you through Connect Me to Me. I can put you through root camp that will that'll really help, really help. um When you told me my uncle said he was sorry from the beyond, it was because he called me a liar. Uh, yeah. I did a reading for her, and her uncle came forward, and that happened. How do you telepathic communicate? How do you do telepathic communication to tell them that you do love them? You know, you've got to either go into meditation or just lay somewhere, sit somewhere, close your eyes, and you got to feel. It's a feel thing. You've got to feel. And when you're feeling, and don't talk with your mouth, talk with your soul. That's the important thing. Talk with your soul and listen with your soul. Don't listen with your ears. Super important. Super important. Must be 5D is where oneness understanding is like a given. It is. Yeah, for sure. I got hurt and shut down the telepathic communication, and I can't seem to open it back up. And then the next one from Grande said, Dear Sherry, I have a telepathic communication, just don't know if it's something I'm imagining. It is not. Again, listen with your soul, not with your ears. Feel with your soul and speak with your soul, not your mouth or your brain, right? That's important. Let's see, got about 7 minutes here. Mine added me on Facebook for 2 years. I kept him on my list because he was attractive one day. I commented on his story. Oh, that's kind of cool. Where does friendship end? Because my twin and me were in communication via mail and on app. There he's different to me than directly in mails. He does not choose me and wants to roam around. And Anika, at this point, you can't push this. He's got to do what he's got to do, and which gives you time to do your healing. So you're going to have to let that go and let him and allow him the space to do whatever it is that he's got to do for him. And whatever it is, even if it's self-destructing, that, he will not bring you into that. And while he's there working out his stuff, you should be over here working out your stuff before you guys can come together. Hi, Mara. You know what? I need to look on this phone because I sent you a message. I don't know. I'll figure it out. That we have all these paranormal experiences with them. We had full 5D combos with my twin, only to continue them in 3D. Those are great, aren't they? They're really good. This app, it's heartbreaking when he's different to me. I feel I have to choose myself out of the waiting room. Yeah, you do. Yeah, get out of there. Move. That's important. You know what I mean? While he's, and I use the word stand stiller a lot, while he's moving, stand still in that space, but you move. I hope that makes sense. You move. Stand still in the space with him, and you move. I hope that makes sense. It sounds like Lee. I'm very sorry. Oh, that's okay. Please email me, Teresa, yes. And if you've emailed me, and I haven't got back to you, it's because I think I put the wrong email address, and I'll fix that. I don't know, but I think we were using info, and that's fine if you want to send info to at relationshipreinvented.com and put Sherry in the thing. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We got 5 minutes. Hi, Sin. Um, Thank you, Salma. Connect me to me. It's pretty powerful. Found out recently my ex's son is in your group. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. Today, this thing happened when I was looking at myself in the mirror. I was feeling something while I was following my thought process. Reminded me, follow the feeling and thoughts. That's right. Not so much the thoughts. Thoughts are thoughts. They're human. They're they're destructive. Uh, yeah. Feel. That's what's most important. Um, okay, that's cool. So anyway, so Lee has a session, so I'm gonna have to go. But I do want to say this, real important. Um, I still have room for some sexual abuse root camps. Hi, Sweeney. I still have room for Connect Me to Me with Lee and I. Um, you can find me on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Um, I will communicate with you over Facebook as well. Email info at relationshipreinvented.com. I know Lee has some openings for Root Camp, and we have openings for Root Camp with us together, and we have openings for Root Camp with just me. I'm also still doing medium readings, but I'm not going to be doing them a whole lot longer, for a couple months. And so if you want a medium reading, get a hold of me. And thank you. Um, right, cross out the thoughts. That's better. That's better, Fairy. Um, and so yeah, so contact me. I can help you. Um, and it's super important, if you've been sexually abused, to address a lot of the things that we keep inside of us that keep us blocked. I did it for a very long time, and I feel free, and I don't feel like a victim anymore. I'm a survivor of a lot of things. Twin Flame Reiki helps too, if you guys are attuned. Yeah. We'll try to book a session maybe later soon. Lee is amazing. Thank you. Lee is amazing. He's awesome. And he's got a session, so I'm going to free up his space. And I love you guys, and thank you for coming every week. Every week is something different, and it's super cool. And I'm really enjoying these. I hope you are too. And really get a hold of me. I'm ready. I'm clear, and I'm ready to tackle it. So get a hold of me, info at relationshipreinvented.com. And Lee and I are going to be doing some really fun things with his, with some hoodies that he wears in sessions. Real spiritual looking hoodies that he's wore in so many sessions. And, I mean, I think I washed them so they don't smell like him anymore. But man, he smells so good. If you guys haven't smelled Lee, you're missing out. Lee smells great. For those of you who have smelled him, you know he smells good. But I don't think that, maybe I can spray a little bit of cologne on there. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna auction those off on some lives, and that's gonna be kind of fun. So stay tuned for that. But get a hold of me for Root Camp. Get a hold of Lee for Root Camp. Check out our website, relationshipreinvented.com. Pricing and everything will be there. Thank you so much. It is a twin thing. Yep. Thank you so much. And love you guys. All right. If I can learn how to turn this off. Oh, no. Oh, no, y'all. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, no. Oh, no. There it is.